Boys, we're doing this through Twitch now. New setup. Wanted to use everything nice, mic, webcam, and so this is the easiest way. Anyways, I came up with a genius idea. What if we put the Coast Guard into D1 football? You got Army, Navy, Air Force, but everyone forgets that the Coast Guard has a D3 football team, the Bears. So I made them into I didn't make them, somebody else made them. It's like when you look up Coast Guard in Team Builder, it's the first one that pops up. So shout out to that guy for making that, stream's a bit laggy. Oh well. Anyways, as you can see, our coach is Lee Baker. It says he's level 1, but since I pre-ordered the game, he's already got some good points into recruiting. I kind of focused on quarterbacks, running backs, linemen, and defense because we're gonna build some in the trenches thing. We're still running the wing offense, not wing, but option, like every other team does. Let's look at the recruiting board. We're gonna go. I found this guy. He's a right tackle, Jim Gregory Sisko. What a dog! But our main guy we're gonna go after is Quentin Gage. I think I reordered it. Anyways, we can just go through this way. Anyways, Quentin Gage, he is a pure runner. He's an athlete. He's got 85 throw power, but 84 speed. There's another quarterback who actually we have some interest in, but I'd rather have the guy that's a little bit faster. Personally, I feel like that's a bit better. We got hella running backs, which was kind of surprising that we had that many interested in us. But Nolan Chun, he's a contact seeker. He's one of the best guys we're going after. And a lot of other 4-stars and stuff. But overall, nothing crazy. Going after tight ends, the right tackles. We're trying to build some ground and pound. We got a D tackle going after some linebackers. Couldn't fully scout them because of lack of points. And then a couple strong safeties. We actually have a decent recruiting board, in my opinion. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of expecting it to be a lot worse, considering we're kind of bad because we're taking the spot at UMass, but we actually ended up making it work out. Looking at the schedule, week 0, we're not playing anyone, thank God. Then we're going on the road to Maryland, home versus our first rival, Air Force. It does in this game count them as a rival because the guy put him there, so good job to that guy again. Then we go on the road to play Kurt Signetti in Indiana. We got a home game versus FCS East. Then we go at Buffalo, at Army for a second rivalry game. Bye week, play Boston College. Bye week, Northern Illinois. And just like the other military schools, except for Air Force, we're going to play Notre Dame. So we're going to play at Notre Dame. Home versus Akron, because we have to. At Navy. And then since we're taking UMass's spot, we're going to play UConn to end the season. I think that's the best overall. As you can see, we're pretty ass. Pretty dick, as some would say, at a 57 overall, 59 offense, 56 defense. I'm not gonna lie, I have yet to look at the roster. I'm quite terrified, but I believe in the Bears, buddy. Starting quarterback is going to be 75 overall. David DePool. No, we're actually gonna start Tyler Olson. He's got a little bit faster. I'm gonna start Xavier Joseph. He's a sophomore. That's going to be our guy. I'm not going to lie. And then we got some running backs. Keontae Tyson, Cameron Teague. Just, the names are similar. It's kind of just the cupcake team. But as you can see, our fullbacks, we might need to put Cameron Teague or someone else there because we're not dealing with bad fullbacks in this game, buddy. We got Demetrius Williamson, Javion Foreman, Scooter Page. I love Scooter Page, man. That's my guy. Not going to lie. McClure, I struggled for that. I don't know why. Right tackle is playing left tackle. I don't understand it. It just does that. But we got decent. Our overall makes us look way worse than we actually are. I'm not gonna lie. We're not that bad. But I think going into this, we just have to be hopeful that we can win at least one game, right? As you can see, a bunch of people already are trying to transfer due to the multitude of reasons, but we don't want them to do that, obviously. But we're going to hop into recruiting. Only 500 hours, kind of rough, But Nolan Chun, 4-star running back. He's very interested. We got a bunch of 4-star running backs that are interested. I'm going to really just focus on a couple players to start the season. Really just the running backs and stuff. But then, like, these guys, I want to at least focus on these 3 running backs right here. And then we'll kind of spread out some more points throughout the rest of the team, like this right guard. We have to be kind of conservative. We'll throw about 30 on him. McElroy, we don't really need receivers too bad, but I'll split 25 between both of these dudes. Proel, he's actually quite a dog, I'm not going to lie. 86 speed, he's just good overall as a route runner. He is a contested specialist, which usually isn't the best, I don't believe, but we want that. Got to make sure we're going to put some points into him. I'm actually going to do 40 because I feel like I really want him. I'm hoping that, like, just putting in these amount of points into these guys will at least just keep us on their boards until some other ones commit, and then that kind of thing. I'm not the best with the recruiting system. I can't lie. I usually just hope to God that I eventually get enough points and win enough games to sneak out more players, kind of thing. Because, I mean, hell, when they give you 500 points, you do what you can, fellas. There's not much else you can do. I do want to kind of focus on building a good defense here, and especially a good secondary. I feel like getting cooked in the backfield is going to be, or in the back is going to be horrendous to have to deal with throughout the first season or two. We got this, actually, hold on. I didn't even realize this 4-star corner was on our board. I am going to put, I'll put 10 into him. I was going to put more, but I don't think we're going to get him. Just throwing points at him. There's also this guy who I was like, oh, maybe, but I think we're okay with this. This looks fine to me. We're going to sim to next week and see how we do. Hopefully we can get some boost in the recruiting game. But it wouldn't surprise me if we did pretty rough. Looks like we lost 2 guys, which is kind of less than I thought. Also, we're an independent school. That's why we're playing so many randoms. I didn't want to throw him in a conference yet. I almost put him in the American with Navy. We got locked out alright. But we have another quarterback on the board who we're first for. He's not who I really care for. He's a dual threat, which is nice, but he's only 79 speed. But maybe he's a fan favorite. Everybody's gonna like him, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, everything else looks alright. We're doing good on the guys we want so far. It's first week. I'm not gonna look too much into it. We're just gonna hop into this first game. Maryland, they are about 20 overalls better. As you can see, there's an extra controller because of the streaming thing, but no one else is playing. It's just me, I promise. But looking at the jerseys, these hoes tough. I'm not gonna lie. We also have the polar bears. Those are sick. Those are pretty dope. And then just homes. But I think first game, let's just rock the aways. Maryland, I feel like they have some cool alternate. We'll put them in like the blacks, sure. We're gonna hop in, fellas. I believe in the Coast Guard. Also, Barry Pop-Tart's back. He's joining us for videos once again. We love this man. Look at him. I'm grabbing his wee-wee. Anyways, there's the giant turtle. Is it kind of ridiculous to look at their giant turtle? Absolutely. But they got school spirit. But you know who has more school spirit? The Bears. Not the Chicago Bears. Fuck the Chicago Bears. I need them to get eliminated. I'm a full-blown Rams fan. If you don't know, I'm a Vikings fan. So seeing the Bears beat the Packers was amazing. But I kind of need the Packers to, or not the Packers, the Bears to just choke. Anyways, we're going to skip the intro. This is taking way too long. We're going to hop into this game, I believe. Yep, 5-minute quarters. Heisman difficulty, as always. Because that's just how it goes. You can't do anything better. We'll start by kicking the ball off to the Maryland Terrapins. I'm not excited to see how this game goes. Bubba Van Claiborne. That was a nice kick. I'm not gonna lie, that was a really nice kick by the kicker. Malik Washington. I can't remember how he did in real life. I think Maryland was just mid. They've always been mid. I would like to see them kind of become like Indiana and become really good out of nowhere. I don't know why. I remember Anto DeBoss. Shout out Anto DeBoss. OG fucking guy right there. He was a Maryland fan. So I was kind of like the Maryland Turpins. Plus, they're turtles, dude. Why would you not like the turtles? Like, it's the most, like, not aggressive mascot that they could pick. And they were like, yeah. Maryland gets a first down there. They are running all over us. Not a big fan of that. I also forgot to put Excel clock on, so this game may take a little bit longer. We're gonna eventually we'll figure that out. I accidentally switched stick. That's all right. Great tackle there by Bubba Van Claiborne. I love. Oh, that was Chase Freeman. Bubba Van Claiborne is one of my favorite fake names ever, just because his name's Bubba. Because like, why would they do that? And that's like a name on the roster now. But that's all right. Oh, I left my zone trying to go out to the flats. Maryland's driving. Malik Washington's throwing some accurate balls across the middle. They are in a gun set, so they're gonna kind of dominate us. Any team that really does anything against us is gonna probably do pretty good. But the Coast Guard, we're D3, man. We're just coming up. The fact that we're even playing in this game is insane. You know, there was a D3 school. I don't want to toot my own horn and whatnot, but I had a D3 offer coming out of high school, man. The Hendrix Warriors. They're going to get a rebuild one day, and I'm going to be the head coach. Couldn't go there as a player because it costs $50,000 just to go to the school. But I'll bring him back and bring him a natty in football because they can't do that in real life. What a stop! Holy shit, we got a stop there. I didn't even realize that was 3rd down and inches. What a stop by the defense. They are going to go run up the middle. This is 100% run up the middle. Most likely a QB sneak. This is the most inches I've ever seen. I hope I'm not lined up offsides. It was a toss play. That was a beautiful call. Oh my god, I missed the tackle. No! Oh my god. That was perfect. I missed that entirely. Maryland's on the board first. That was rough. Fuck. That was all on me. That could have been a great 4th down stop. As they show the replay, Nolan Ray gets in the end zone. I dived. He ran backwards. He kind of made me miss in the weirdest, crappiest way possible. It's okay. If anybody has watched my my Ridgeback series, they know I am a dog when it comes to running the wing T option offense. I'm not. I'm terribly a liar. I'm actually so bad at it. Just unless you have amazing players throughout the whole game or throughout the whole roster, it's kind of impossible to be very effective. Or unless you're just a master with the playbook, which I'm not. Starting quarterback or running back Tyson, the claw is kind of over his name. That's not appreciated. That logo is sick. I'm not gonna lie. I mess with the logo hard. Stadium Pulse is kind of going crazy. We're actually not in the wing tee to start, which is kind of bad on my fault. My fault. I like running coach suggestions. Okay. Well, hold on. Let me go into the fucking. Is it not in the right? Oh, okay. There we go. I was going to say, we got to get in the right formation, man. Wishbone offense. We're going to come out. We're going to run the ball hard, fellas. Great blocks on the edge there. That will be a first down by Tyson. That was actually really good blocking. I'm not going to lie. To make this game go a little bit faster, I am going to add a little bit of chew clock. Also because I feel like this benefits us more than it would them in any way. Fullback dive. We're going to run this one right up the middle. Good blocking again. That fullback is not very athletic, but Daniel Wingtake gets hurt. We're going to go into the flex bone and run this a bit instead. I will, if you watch the Ridgebacks thing, I really didn't like throwing the ball at all. But this one I'll probably throw a little bit more just because they kind of do now in real life. That was a terrible run. Joshua Simmons, I might have to mess with injuries because that's kind of insane. We're going to go into the I form. Actually, we'll go shotgun. Not a very good shotgun playbook, but we will see what they got. Let's go. It says sprint out. The sprint out plays are usually all right. I'm hoping to God Jarvis is a right-hand quarterback. He is, but nothing's open. Oh, that might be. Incomplete. Not a good first drive. We got a first down, which was kind of nice. I didn't expect us to get one, but we couldn't do anything after that. Quarterback starts off 0-1 through the air. Pump team, please don't allow a return. Thank you. That's appreciated. Coast Guard down 7-0, 2 minutes remaining. The chew clock, I turned it on. We didn't really do anything with it, so it kind of worked out. Wasn't too egregious. I missed another tackle. Holy shit. I need to get my tackling up. This is bad. I'm just embarrassing myself at this point. The defense is there, though. I will say, even though we're not the best overall, we're playing pretty nice. Even then, that was a good read option. Good tackle. That was a little funky, but good tackle. We'll take it. Going just kind of a cover 3 here again. I kind of don't trust our guys to run any man whatsoever. Oh, I was right there. That's bullshit. It's okay. First down, Terrapins. It's still the first quarter, guys. I have full faith that we are going to put up a point. Hopefully enough points to win. I can't guarantee that. I feel in a read option here. We're going to kind of sit on it. I think it was a read option or just a really late handoff. Either way, didn't do much. We're going to go out of nickel and go into a 3-3-5 because they are coming out in a empty set. Hope to God this isn't a QB draw. I don't know how we'd play this very well. Cover 3 on the left side with cover 2 look on the right. The soft squad, hopefully they don't beat us too crazy. I was kind of sitting on that, but couldn't get there. Backed up because I thought he'd throw it behind me on the slant behind. One of our guys get injured now. Don't love to see that. We don't have much depth whatsoever. I'm thinking we bring out some pressure here. Maybe that's the reason we're not doing too great on defense, is we're not bringing any pressure. We're going to try to see what we can do. Move the D-line. They're going to run RPO. I ran away, which thankfully our D-tackle was there to make that. Kobe Garland, he got hurt. It's not that much of a difference. We're going to just kind of bench him until he says he's good to go. Because for some reason, players just hop back in the game. Don't understand it. They're like, oh, I'm good to go, coach. No, you're not. You said you had a fractured ankle, you liar. Oh, I thought he was thrown there. Come on, guys. Please make a tackle here. 3rd down and 3. I really thought I had a pick there. I'm not going to lie. I was anticipating. Had a lot of hope. That's on me. I shouldn't have had hope. Something short here probably from them. We're going to sit on the running back. That's a stop, fellas. That's a stop. 4th down. 4th down. What a play. As long as they don't run a fake here. Even if they do, we do have a guy back there. I don't know how well it would work. Hopefully we can get a block here. No. That's right down the middle. It is going to be 10-0 in the first quarter. Not bad. Defense has actually looked pretty decent besides letting them drive down the field. Need some water. Jesus. We're going to take this back. It's totally water, guys. I swear. Nothing else. It is totally not 2 a.m. and that's vodka. Joking. I'm underage. I would never drink. Not once. No, seriously, no. Don't underage drink, guys. It's not cool. It's pretty lame. I should have kept running that outside. That was bad. That'll most likely be the last play of the first quarter. We're going to go flex bone. I don't think it'll matter, but we got 8 seconds left. I think I'm going to let the quarter run out because I don't really want to snap the ball. I have a look at the fullback, but I don't trust our fullback. We need to get one of the running backs is getting moved to fullback specifically. I mean, because in this offense, as important as the blocking is, as you can see, they're kind of dominating. We've only had one drive, though, but as important as the blocking is from the fullback perspective, I would love to actually, run with the fullback, because there's a lot of run plays with him. So, if you got a nice one and a decent offensive line, it might work out. Right there, the running back didn't even block well, so it didn't matter. We don't want to do anything. We'll probably go pistol here. I'm thinking is a good option. Maybe this PA boot. I probably should be running this to the other side, but I feel like Gregory might get there. I'm going to block Jar. Oh, never mind. Just snap it. We're going to run our play action. Throw a pass. It's not very good. That's intercepted. Bad throw by me. That was kind of the only thing I saw that could throw. That was a bad play call. I really shouldn't have run play action to the opposite side to make him throw, so it's cross body or just a bad throw in general. So, defense back on the field, but they won't allow as many yards now because there's not as many yards to go. Somebody go get the quarterback, please. Jesus Christ, fellas. He slid down. First down. Kobe Garland got hurt again. I saw he was going back out there. Kind of didn't question it. I was like, oh, maybe he'll be fine. No, he shouldn't have been back in the game. It's fine. Anyways, they're going to run this one up the middle. Good play by the edge there. Number 0. Taj Coles. He's a Sam linebacker, lurker. Playing like a durker, whatever the fuck that means. But we're going cover 3. He's going to go running back. I would have picked it. I swear to God. That was all mine. I had full faith that I was getting that shit. 3rd down and 12. Defense. Can they hold him to another field goal? If they can, that would be immaculate. Not going to lie. Play short. And he's open in the end zone. That's my issue. I think I ran cover 2 there. So he was wide open down. Yeah. That was my zone too, I think. Just maybe that may have been my zone. Not going to lie. But it's fine. It's only 17-0 in the first half. It could be worse. In real life, if a D2 or a D3 team plays a D1 FBS school, I bet it's a lot worse than this. I've seen like NAIA schools get absolutely blown out by D1 FCS schools, like 60-0, and like they didn't play their starters in the second half. So we're gonna get rid of the play action here. Hopefully, we're gonna run with this. Throw the check down. Good play to Teague, and he will get a first down there. That was a pretty good throw by Xavier Jarvis. He finally completes one. We might run a little bit away from the wishbone, but we'll still keep most of it. The concept is there. That's the big part. We're going to try to cut this back in. Didn't work. 2nd down 8. The hole was there, though. We're getting some nice blocks, but then we're also not getting good blocks, so it's kind of hard to tell. I'm hoping Teague can get outside here fast enough. He does, but it's a decent block. We're going to try to cut this back out. Didn't go anywhere. 3rd down 7. Our run game is not looking immaculate, not going to lie. We're going to go into the I form. I'm kind of thinking bench might be a good here. Or a good one. Doesn't matter. That's a 2-minute warning. That's okay. Got to make sure to turn shoe clock off in this situation because don't need to be losing all of our time. Unless we don't pick this up, obviously. Hopefully our receivers can get open. Slant or out route. Good play. I wish he kind of would have gotten out of bounds. We're going to have to run a little bit of hurry up. We're going to go with a little PA boot. Hopefully they think we're going to run the ball. No. Actually, I don't know what the fuck happened there. We're going to take this off with Jarvis. He's going to pick up a first down. Good job not fumbling there. It's about time to go into shotgun. Not the best shotgun offense, obviously. No clock run off there. That's kind of strange. Usually in the 2-minute warning, they kind of do something, I feel like, but they didn't. We're going to throw a check down here. I probably could have gotten a little bit more yards, but we'll take that for now. Jarvis, when he's in the backfield, just kind of standing tall, he's honestly not the worst. We're kind of dealing with it. We're going to run a halfback screen to the left. Strickland's out there. Good block, and that will be a first down. Hopefully this video is not too laggy. It looks kind of fine from my perspective. That's kind of why I'm looking over here, by the way. I know this is not the best time to be talking about it, but it is kind of important. Gunnerson, I don't honestly know how I feel about this play. I might run with this again. We're going to run with Jarvis. Slide down. I don't really want to call a timeout yet just because if something happens, I don't want to give them any time to do. Plus, there's no runoff, so what's the point? I'm kind of looking for Page on this corner route or something short. He's not there. That's not what I meant to throw, but that was an absolute dime, by the way. Holy shit, Jarvis. Maryland calls a timeout there. That was not what I thought I thought he was running to check a sit-down route. No, he ran back up. Apparently it worked good enough. That's a big play for the Coast Guard Bears. We love to see it. We're going to run it and get a couple here. Maryland's going to call another timeout. They are definitely trying to get the ball back, which I guess is fair because they can score pretty fast. So they're like, oh, we only need a minute and 3 seconds. But we're going to run the ball here. Run a stretch. Teague or Tyson. No blocks there by the fullback. Very disappointing in that situation. I'm thinking it's time for another Jarvis run. We'll go shotgun. I kind of like this triple option here, I'm not going to lie. I feel like we need something basic. Nothing too crazy for our offense. This X-Dig, this is totally just a high school play, by the way. I'm not going to lie. The routes are so basic. I'm going to put him on in it. Yeah, you got me. I'm not seeing anything. Jarvis is going to get sacked. We're going to let this clock run all the way down. Let me just turn shoe clock on. I want to leave them with as little time as possible. Never mind. It's going to make me wait this whole time. Do I wait the whole time? I kind of really don't want to. Fuck it. We're We're going to check that our defense can hopefully make a stop within 30 seconds. Now, we do have to get this kick just right. That looks pretty good from my angle. He drills it. 13-7. Or no. God, that was... No. 3-17. The Coast Guard Bears finally get points on the board. Good drive by Jarvis on the offense there. We're going to kick this one deep into the end zone. They're going to have no chance to return it. I mean, they could. Not very smart. Nope, he's not. 29 seconds left in the first half. So far, not the worst. The pick was pretty bad, but the defense is playing pretty good. I like to see it. Get a good gulp there, just for you guys. We're going to hop here. Play this down low. Somebody please go get the quarterback. What? He's just throwing that shit into nothing. They stayed in bounds, though. They're not running hurry up. That's weird. Please, God, don't go, man. Please back up. I don't want to cooked over top. He ran a check down. Ah! Damn. They're already in field goal range. That was fast. I don't love to see that at all. Freeman, I probably need to get out of this cover 3. We're getting kind of cooked throughout the whole time. But he's going to loft this one up. Please just swat it down. Good defense there. We take that. That was good defense. They're going to go field goal on this play. We're going to go for a block. I don't think he's going to miss it unless he wide rights it. The wind was kind of going, I think, opposing him. So maybe. But I doubt it. We're not going to get a block. They're going to get a field goal here. But we get ball to start the second half. So we still got a game on our folks. We still got a game on our hand, folks. I wasn't picking my nose, man. I swear that wasn't me. We got 3 seconds. I believe we're gonna run Hail Mary. Actually, we're gonna run all go, but I'm gonna run corner here, run B. This is totally going nowhere, by the way. We're gonna run B on a post, page, and then there we go. Let's see if they ran like a cover 4 or anything. We're gonna there's a flag. I don't know what it is. It's probably holding, and that's another interception. Let's see what they do. They'll probably take the pick just because. Yeah, holding. Earth the shot. Makes Jarvis' stats look pretty bad, but I'm not too distraught about it. I'm not going to lie. Jarvis, man, he'd probably only play in 1 year with us. I mean, he's like a 72 overall sophomore, so maybe he won't, but he's probably not going to do much. Maryland is kind of dominating at the moment. They weren't doing anything crazy at the start of the game, but like they got down the field in like 50 seconds. Less, it was like 20 seconds in like 2 plays. So they obviously were kind of just like holding back, not trying to go too crazy. So we might have to kind of clock manage, but we also don't have time to just be a full clock management team, especially in the second half because we're already down by 17. So we'll just have to play smart, maybe get out of bounds a couple times. Throw a check down here to the fullback. Missed throw by Jarvis. He doesn't have to worry about me messing up his stats when he's just throwing the ball for himself. We're gonna run triple option here. We're still a military team, man. We're still a military team. We're gonna take this one and pitch it. Good play. Tyson has some room on the outside. Please, T, get a good block there. He does. That's a great play. Not expecting that. The triple options they're filthy, man. You go zone read here. Hopefully I read this correctly. There is a corner. Way out here to the left. We see him. You can't hide from us, buddy. He tried to. I should have handed that one off. That's on me. Jarvis is still up. He should have gone down. We lost 3 yards. That's okay. Interesting play. I kind of do like this more of a spread option. You know, it's pretty nice. Because Wingbone and all that shit just doesn't do it, really. We're going to get a nice pitch here. Good block. Tyson. He's got some space. He doesn't get the juke. That receiver missed his block. That's okay. Another good run by Tyson. The triple option is working quite well so far. We do have 74 yards of offense, which is kind of insane. We're going to run a little slants here. I don't see anything. I'm going to loft this one. Maybe it's there. It's not. That was totally pass interference, by the way. I don't want to go into replay and take up a bunch of time. But he just totally just ran into one another. I don't think he even ran into a receiver. He ran full-blown into a linebacker who just nudged him off his route. Kind of bullshit, but that's all right. We're going to run a halfback screen here. I am throwing the ball a lot. Strickland down the sideline. Good run there. We are almost in scoring range early. in the first or second half. I paused like I was going to get that correct, and I still said it wrong. That's okay. We're going to run RPO here. That's a terrible decision. Please don't be intercepted. It wasn't. Okay. Linebacker doesn't have good hands, so we got bailed out there. If that was like a corner, that's cooked. We're going to just do our bread and butter. Triple option once again. He's going to sit on it. We're going to do a crazy-looking pitch. Strickland, he's going to get about 1 yard. I don't know how I got that pitch out. I really don't. But we will take it. I think going into the pistol again here, we're going to try this kind of triple option, going to the wide side of the field. Hopefully they don't bite, because I don't think we're getting this if we run out up the middle. They did bite. We're going to pitch this outside. Teague, he is not fast enough. We're going to go ahead and take our field goal once again. This is kind of a hard kick, but it'll make it a 2-touchdown game, which I would prefer over a 17-point game, if I didn't get it. So we're going to hopefully make this kick. That seems like it'd be right down the middle, and it missed. Off the upright. Fuck, I hate kicking in this game. How did I miss that, man? That was right. That's crazy. I should have just gone for it. I should have been Ben Johnson, man. Dan Campbell, Ben Johnson, anybody who'd gone for it. The kicker made the first one. I had way too much hope. That's on me. But it's still only a 17-point game, guys. We still have hope. I still believe. We got some hope in us. No, we don't. Slant routes here out of Maryland. They're going to just throw it wide open. I need to get out of this cover 3, man. I said that a while ago, and I just didn't. I don't really know what to run. The team isn't that great. Well, I maybe cover 2. I refuse to run man. We're going to try out cover 4. They're going to run the ball here. That's the D-line. Stopping the run has actually been quite decent. Quite shockingly decent, I must say. I was kind of expecting to get ran the fuck over, but Maryland might just not be a very good running the ball. We're going to swat this. Good defense by that corner. Corners have been all right on the deep balls. Noah Collins Jr., good play there. We are going to move our D-line this way. Hopefully they don't run the ball. 3rd down and 8 for the Maryland Terrapins. Can the Coast Guard get a stop? They have a guy over the middle. Please make a tackle. What was that? What was that? He just shouldered him. Look at the replay. Buddy, wrap up. You are a linebacker. That is your job to wrap up. What are we doing, fellas? That was just a piss poor attempt. Oh, I thought he was going to throw it. It would have been a pick if he did. That was going to the crib. I'm not going to lie. They got bailed out. That was lucky. Freeman is probably like a 70 overall, and that receiver is probably a little bit better than a 70 overall. Still, though, it's quite horrendous. Of course he catches that, because why would he not? I don't understand how he's 14 for 18, and the receivers have pretty much caught everything. So it makes no sense to me. We're going to try to, hopefully they don't run it here. They don't. We're going to be on that defense. Defensive line is going insane. I can't even be mad at the D-line. They're doing their job of the game, which is kind of like the important part. They're going to get another field goal. That is right to the right. He still made it, though. I was going to say right down to the middle, but it wasn't, and I don't want to give that guy credit for not making a good kick. 23-3, Maryland is beating Coast Guard. Kind of sad on Maryland's part that they're only winning by 20 points against a D3 school. Now, if this was 15-minute quarters, I would have blown my brains out. I'm not going to lie. I can't say that on Twitch. It was a joke. It was a joke. I swear. I wouldn't actually do that. I would never. If you have thoughts, there's a number for that. Maybe go look at them. They might be able to help you out. Maybe. But, anyways, we're back on the wishbone. Hopefully this rocket toss to the right will pick up some yards. Good. Not a good block by Tyson. Good juke by Teague to get a whole -1 yard. I, for some reason, thought we got a couple more. We did not. This offense is quite horrendous when it comes to running in the actual wishbone and option offense. That might just be the offense in the game. I kind of want to see if somebody can run it like... That was a great catch, by the way. I want to see if somebody can run that really effectively. I know that you can run option, but running like out of that option is a lot harder than like triple option out of the gun by far. We're going to roll out with Jarvis here. There's a nice lane. Slide real quick. 28 seconds. We're going to try to run a little bit of hurry up just so we can hopefully get some points going here. Peaks is in the slot. We are going to run an option here. I do like the number of running backs that we have had in the game so far because I feel like that's quite realistic. We're going to actually just hand this one off to Strickland. He's playing a lot better than Teague. I'm not going to lie. Teague isn't the best running back so far. Tyson and Strickland, I might have to take Strickland and put him at number 2, unless that's the reason that he's doing good is because he's at 3 spot, which I don't know. I think he's probably like second string, third down back type of thing, and it's giving him good positions. Yeah, he's in now, so he's definitely our third down back, which makes sense. He seems to be moving the best, especially as a receiver and everything. We're gonna do something here. Good route by Page there. That'll get a first down. Scooter Page, man. We love that guy. He is, in every dynasty, that guy's a dog. Everybody makes a cupcake. They don't change the roster. Scooter Page. He's guaranteed to be a baller. We're going to just huck this one. Thankfully, that just falls to the ground, not intercepted. That was probably a really dumb decision, but when you're down 20 points in the fourth with 4 minutes left, you kind of make dumb decisions, especially when you're a D3 school. That's just part of it. We're going to throw this RPO. That receiver did not block. I don't know who that was. That was either Scooter. It kind of looked like Strickland for a second. I don't think Strickland should be out there, but who knows. We're going to put Williamson on a streak. Hopefully he can maybe beat his man. He kind of did. He has his man over top. He's not the fastest, and that's intercepted. Kind of underthrown. Man, that sucks because he did beat his corner. And I think this is going to go to the crib. Unless Jarvis can catch him. He's not. That's a pick 6. That is the third pick of the game for the Coast Guard. They can just not move the ball really effectively without turning the ball over. That's the reason we're losing this game big time. Defense has actually played well. That's a block kick. We did something. Give us our credit. I'm a god. I blocked a kick. As you could barely see that for half a second. But our time management, we do have 9 minutes, and we're still losing. I don't think I have chew clock on. I do. That's why. Nope. It's off. So we've been milking the clock, and then we throw picks. I know I shouldn't be running. I'm a run it. I really wanted to throw deep because they're press man, but then I forget that my team isn't that good. There's a reason they're press man, because they can. They will bully us most likely. Williamson he beat his guy too. It's just he can't. What the fuck was that route out of Tyson? He caught that though. That was a terrible route. He hit it. Hold on real quick. The clock can run. I don't mind. This guy stood up, and he did the fucking, the nice hop, and it worked on a dig route? Buddy, I've tried that before. That does not work. I haven't tried that before, because I'm not crazy. I would have gotten benched again. They would have benched me for like the 8th time. That's right. Bench player, man. I got a couple of handshakes, a couple of high fives. Tons of good jobs for the starting quarterback, obviously.
That guy was like my best friend. In high school, guys, I was actually best friends with the quarterback until he became famous, and then he wasn't my best friend anymore.
Hate to tell you. We're still cool though. Now he goes to Central Arkansas. He just transferred from Central Missouri, D2. That guy, he's a dog. Donovan Amalo. Look him up. Ignore his one game, and if you look at his stats, you'll see which game I'm talking about. But he's a dog, man. He'll do good. You know who's not a dog? Right now? Jarvis. He's playing like dick. Is it me throwing the ball? Yeah. It's his fault though. The Coast Guard offense is playing like a D3 school at this very moment. I am not a fan, not gonna lie. The defense though? The defense is playing alright. I know we just pretty much allowed a first down. But he was there to get the tackle right off the bat. So I'll give him his credit. We are going to run a blitz here. I'm coming. Valentine. Look at him. He's lurking. He's lurking. He's ready to come. Whoa, pot. True. Not true. Jesus Christ. Way to seal the age, buddy. I don't know what happened to me. I kind of forgot. Anyways, Maryland is up 29-3. I think they're chewing the clock at the moment. That's just part of the game, man. It's first game. We're playing a Big Ten school. honestly, could be a lot worse if we were playing a good Big Ten school. That was good defense. If we were playing like Ohio State or say Indiana, like we have to in 2 weeks, this is bad. This is like probably a 60-0 game. The fact that we should have 6 points, but we got 3, kind of just solidifies the fact that like we're not good. You know, the fact that we at max we're gonna have 6, but we can't even get those. We can only get 3. Says something about us, man. Not gonna lie. But it's okay, because defense is going to get the stop. We're only going to lose 29-3 and not 36-3. That's improvement, man. That's improvement from D3. I don't even think they're okay in D3 in real life. The Coast Guard is. They have a rivalry. I'm blanking on who with. I watched the highlight. Anyways, I watched the highlights of that game. I forget the name of the other school. Anyways, 35-3 now. Maryland, kind of assholes. I hope this is their only game they win. I'm not gonna lie. It probably will be. They're not winning another Big Ten game. Maryland, they're trash. I hate the Terrapins now. Before I was like, oh, I'm excited. I've never played Maryland before in this game. I don't want to play them ever again. They lost all my respect. Just kneel the ball out. You're already up 20. They still have their starters in, dog. You bums. You have to have starters in against us in the second half? That was a terrible... Okay, Jarvis. Listen, man, I get it. It's been a rough game. The offensive line hasn't been the worst, but you've been pressured. You can at least throw an accurate ball to your check down. Jesus Christ. Way to get out of it, though. I see a man downfield. Can he make that throw? He does. There's Teague. We're going to go for a hurdle. It didn't work. That's okay. You know what? We're calling timeouts. We want our touchdown. Or at least our field goal. I'm getting at least 6 points. I'm not letting them win by 33 points. Maybe. We'll see what happens. Throw the check down here to Tyson. We are going to line this up for a game ceiling. Hail Mary. You know what? Fuck it. I'll run a Hail Mary real fast. We're going to. I bet you can't guess what route I'm going to throw here. That's right. I'm running. Maybe we can get in the end zone here. Dive. Timeout. 2 seconds. Okay, do we go? You know what? I want the motivation of scoring a touchdown in the first game for the Coast Guard. I really do. I think we can get it here. I'm going to be really sad if we don't. I don't see anything. I'm going to throw it. He caught it! That's pride right there, baby. That's what we call pride. We don't mess around here at the Coast Guard. The game ain't over till clock. They're really going to make me kick a field goal. The game ain't over until the clock hits 0. I have to make sure. Boom. We nailed it. 10-36. Coast Guard takes now. I'm not gonna lie. Not a bad game. I'm not upset about it. It could have been a lot worse. Defensively, Kevin Humes, Maryland, he had one play. You take away his one play, it's only 28 or 20 whatever. It's 29-10. That's a 19-point loss. That's not bad. We'll take that. I say that's not bad, like that's not 3 scores, but considering we're 57 overall, we'll take it against a big team. Offensively, we had 254 yards of offense, 51 total plays. We kept up with them offensively. Not like in every category, it looks like. Offensive rushing yards, we had 72 rushing yards. They had 95. Yards per attempt was 2.7. That's not very good. 13 for 24. Let's look at the player stats real fast. We're not gonna look at Maryland's. We don't care. Xavier Jarvis, 1 touchdown, 4 picks through the air, 54% completion rate, 182 yards. We threw the ball probably a lot more than we should have. When the triple option was going, it worked. Keontae Tyson, 10 rushes, 41 yards, no touchdowns. Xavier Jarvis had 8 for 22. He was good on the ground. 5 for 1 by Teague. That's pretty shit. That's pretty bad, I'm not going to lie. Strickland had 2 for 7, and Jackson McGregory had 2 for 1. Teague might have to get benched, I'm not going to lie. Through the air, Keontae Tyson had 3 for 37. Williamson had 2 for 14. Page had 2 for 17. Strickland had 2 for 29. Teague had 2 for 57. All of that came on that one heave at the end of the game. And then Javion Foreman, 1 for 22. CJ Peaks, more like CJ Cheeks. He got 1 for 6. We might have to, he's a freshman. We might have to play him a little bit more. Only 2 sacks allowed. Not bad. Not bad considering we're pretty bad, you know. Defensively, no picks. I don't think we got any sacks. We had a couple tackles for loss, I think. We had 2 tackles for loss. No turnovers. We did have, I will say, we did have a blocked field goal or blocked extra point by Marvin Holland. So we like that. We'll take that. And then 1 for 2 by Ian Wells. That's all right. It wouldn't have mattered. We would have been 13-36. So it is what it is, you know. Oh well. But yeah, that's it. Now, look at that. That's pretty. Look, hold on. Are we dead ass right now? Is he throwing with his eyes closed? Are you shitting me? He threw a touch. I don't even care that he threw. That's probably why he threw 4 picks. He just threw a touchdown with his eyes closed. Xavier Jarvis, who the fuck do you think you are, buddy? What are we doing here? No, his eyes are fully closed. What are we doing? Buddy, open them. He threw a dot. Maybe that's why he threw 4 picks, because his eyes were open. My goodness. Look at that throwing motion is way back there too. That's crazy. That's crazy. We're going to get a little screenshot there. Heck yeah. Him throwing that into the dark is kind of insane. Oh, but we got locked out by a lot of dudes or have deal breakers. Championship. Okay. We're not F content. If we can somehow pull a bowl game out of our ass, that would be sick. But we're first on a couple guys' boards. Quarterbacks, I'm gonna keep them because we're first anyways. But we're doing good on the running backs at least. Second in the receiving, that's pretty nice. Tight end, right tackle, we're doing good on him. First on that other right tackle's board. It's looking okay. We got 10 points. So I'll spend that somewhere. But that's the stream, fellas. The Coast Guard or stream episode. It's the new way, fellas. This is how it's gonna go. But Coast Guard Bears. Next episode, we will be taking on the rival Air Force Falcons. First military game of the season, of the franchise, of the Dynasty. Coast Guard Bears going to start 0-1. This is going to be a fun series, guys. Hopefully, y'all enjoy and tune in as much as possible. I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to stay handsome. And I love you. Peace out, gang. Deuces.